Andrew O'Connell here, introducing you to our Pristine Value Areas and Market Generated Information Indicator, which is included in our Pristine Indicator suite of Tradingview tools. So what is this indicator and why is it useful? Well, this indicator provides a full suite of technical analysis tools for both trend trading and mean reversion. It paints value areas on your chart, which incorporate price, volume, and time to generate institutionally recognized pivot points. And it also paints a stat table on your chart, displaying other useful market generated information that varies based on the time frame of your chart. So what is the market profile? And what is a value area? The concept was first invented in the 1980s by a CBOT trader named Peter J. Stottlemyre. He created it to gain a deeper understanding of market behavior and to analyze the auction process in financial markets. A value area is a distribution containing 68 to 70% of the trading volume over a specific time interval, which represents one standard deviation above and below the point of control. The point of control is the most highly traded level over that time period. I'm on the daily chart right now, so this box that you see is the monthly value area. I'm recording this video in June, so this monthly value area is generating a distribution of where 68 to 70% of the trading volume in May took place. This dotted line is that POC, the point of control, and it's showing us that this 5,909.12 level was the most highly traded level in May. Market profile levels work remarkably well for identifying areas of interest because so many institutional trading algorithms have been programmed to use these levels since the 1980s. Once you see these levels and how the market responds to them, you will never be able to unsee them. The best way to put this into perspective is if you had never before used moving averages and someone put them on your chart for the first time. Real life example of this, right now, I'm recording this video on the weekend that the Trump administration bombed Iran's nuclear facilities. The S&P 500 opened up the Globex session at 6 p.m. Eastern Time just below this monthly value area high and proceeded to rally back up to it and find resistance there. If I didn't have this indicator on my chart, I wouldn't know what was going on from a technical standpoint. In addition to the value areas, our stat tables are packed with insightful market generated information, allowing you to better gauge asset performance, risk, and trend. The stats vary based on the time frame users have up on their screen, incentivizing them to check multiple time frames before taking trades, which should increase their chances of trading success. Now, if you're looking at this table and you're saying to yourself, I don't know what any of these columns mean, keep in mind that we have tooltips for each column. It was important to us when designing our indicator suite that all calculations are transparent to users, because in our shared experience as fellow users of tools, it's nearly impossible to develop confidence and put real money on the line if you don't understand how everything is working under the hood. Looking at our daily time frame, in the performance section, we include return data and we also include alpha over the same time period. Alpha is a similar yet superior metric to relative strength because it gauges risk-adjusted returns, not just absolute returns. In risk analysis, we have our moving average extension metric, also known as MAX. This allows users to gauge how many ATR% multiples an asset is away from a moving average of their choice. We also have the LODX metric, which gauges how many ATR% multiples an asset is away from its low of day. And finally, we have an indication of where the asset is trading in relation to its value area, and also our proprietary Pristine stage analysis framework. We calculate stages on 2 time frames, short-term and long-term, and it's a completely quantitative and rules-based process. If you'd like a comprehensive deep dive into our stage analysis methodology or any of the other metrics in this indicator, I encourage you to review our documentation. We spent a ton of time and effort to make sure that it includes everything you need to know, so definitely leverage that. Value areas and MGI is the primary tool I use for trade execution and management. The most important thing in my process is identifying asymmetry, spots where I can risk one unit to potentially make 2, 3, or more. There's no better tool out there to do that than this one. If there was, I'd be using it. These are levels that once seen cannot be unseen. Take care.